Alright, let's learn to feed our communities. I got my suburb picker, I got my practical plant facts, I got my street view, and I got my stream ready. Wait, no I don't. I had some technology issues and the stream was kind of lost to time, boys. So we're gonna run it back. This is purely just a video, so there's no live chat at all, which is probably a good thing, because got a bit out of control. Anyways. I know you. I've heard about you. We'll go for Dandenong then. Here we go. I know it's somewhere over here. There we go. Ooh, where was I thinking? I was thinking here, eh? We'll go here. Okay, nice houses we got here. They look pretty normal, to be honest. But what I'm more interested in is this, bro. Look at this. All right, this is the gold nugget in the beautiful suburb of Dandenong, bro. So essentially, this is the place we're gonna be using. Okay, abandoned strip of land. It's perfect for us. I took a screenshot already. First off, what we want to do is fix this soil. As you can tell, there's a little bit of shrubs over there. I can't really tell what they are. They look like they could be. I'm not even gonna try. Okay. All right. So we have a couple main goals we want to aspire to, right? So we want to feed people with this land. We want to increase the biodiversity in this land. We want to put some birds here. We want to put some fucking possums here. We want to do all that shit, right? And we also want to, I don't know, create a place for the community to chill. Okay. So what we're gonna do first off, we want to put plants here that will fix the soil. And by fix, I mean, look at it, right? It's bullshit. I mean, we won't insult it too bad. There's a little bit of grass here and shit, but we want a lot more than grass, right? The nutrients in here are not sufficient. That's why there's no fucking trees here, because the soil won't provide for it, right? We want to improve the nutrient quality in it. So what do? Okay, nitrogen's all across the air, right? Let me just put some boom 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 boom. There's some nitrogen here. Brrr. You know the drill, okay? This is a crucial element for plants to absorb. But why? You know, how do they get this and turn it into something they can take up in their roots? You know, boys. I know. I'm putting my hand up right now. I know. So, hold on. You know, hot cross bun. Through bacteria, and a handful of other things. There's some kind of processes that are at play, right? First off, there's only a couple plants that can utilize this bacteria in a level. Hold on. I should be careful with what I'm saying, because I don't know too much. I did a little bit of research on this, so let me just be very careful with my words. So the bacteria here will process this nitrogen gas into ammonium, right? So NH3. It then gets processed into, I think, nitrates and then nitrites and then nitrates. Nitrates is what the plants will absorb. Okay, so the plants, when you hear them saying like, oh, they take nitrogen up from the atmosphere, they take nitrogen up from the soil, that's what they mean, bro. They're taking in nitrates. Okay, keep that in mind, because that's what they need to survive. They can only get that through bacteria. There's only a couple plants. Oh, there's a lot of plants, right? But they're specifically good at using bacteria to create these organic compounds. Examples would be alfalfa. Have you heard of like alfalfa beans and shit? I'm not even sure that's a thing. Is it alfalfa seeds? I don't know, but I know you can eat them. So we'll plant a bit here, right? And we'll make it fun. Everything's a baby so far. We're not doing anything crazy. Oh, that's way too fine. There we go. So these are alfalfa seeds, right? But we also want, you know, a little bit more biodiversity in here. We'll chuck in some clover, right? The shit that everyone thinks is weeds, we're gonna use to fix the soil, because clover also strongly supports nitrogen fixing bacteria. Okay, so we'll do that. But there's one more thing that's a little bit more permanent, right? That you guys are probably very familiar with. If not by name, you've seen them around your area, right? If you're Aussie at least. Actually, I'll make you guys guess. Actually, no, I can't, because it's not a stream. That is acacias, alright? Acacias. You know those ones that start off like with them dainty little leaves and then become, You know what I'm talking about, bro. Just put these little acacia saplings here. Sweet, we got our 3 species. We got the alfalfa, the clovers, and the acacias. Now, acacias is not like one species, right? There's a bunch. You can put whatever. There's some edible ones. There's some very poisonous ones. There's some ones that the main good thing about them is that they attract a lot of pollinators. They attract a lot of birds. They attract a lot of bugs. Some shit that's gonna strengthen, you know, our system. We got, especially the birds. The birds will eat the pests if we leave these acacias here. But that's something else. Alright. Now, what else do we want, bro? Other than fixing the soil, we want mulch. Let's take a look at what we got here. All this grass. We're only using 3 lines for now. Okay, we do baby steps, boys. So what we're gonna do, we leave this grass, and that turns into a fuck ton of mulch. We use it to lay up our lines with organic matter, which will decompose and strengthen the life in the soil, right? That is important because the life in the soil, the bacteria, the animals, all of that shit is what makes your plants grow big fruit, grow strong fruit, all that shit, right? So we're gonna, what color should we use? I don't really have to ask you guys there, because once again, it's not a stream, because I kind of fucked that up. It is what it is. Okay, sweet. So that's our first little stage we got right there, right? Except there's more, because look at this. Let's take a gaze at where we are. Actually, from what I hear, Melbourne's always fucking raining, so we don't really gotta care too much, unless it's the dry season. Actually, if it's the dry season, there's a problem, right? If we want big fat, you know, plants and shit, we want to be able to drop some water for them. And who's gonna be watering them? These people here? Maybe. Alright, maybe. But we also want to make sure that we don't need a... I don't know. Point is, I want to add some bananas, alright? We're adding some fucking bananas. A different color. We'll use teal, because this is a plant for the purpose of water. Alright, so we're going to grab this, and this will be our banana plant. What this means, what this is going to do is produce... It's going to hold and store water. Banana trees are really good at storing water. Also potassium, they're really good with that, but I'm not too sure about the nutrient levels in this soil, so I'm not too sure if it really matters. Whenever it's like a drought, whenever the plants are struggling, we can grab some of the banana trees, slice them up, and then just layer it all over as mulch as well, and that'll transmit some of that moisture into the soil. Next, what are we doing? If you have been in the streams before, you probably know where I'm about to go with this. We want some birds, bro. Look at that. There we go. We want some birds and we want some butterflies. Oh shit, bro. We want some insects and we want some birds. Mainly birds, actually, because they will chew on the motherfuckers that want to eat our fruit. Alright, insectivores, they usually follow one like little mold, right? That the universe has, the ecosystem that the planet has for insectivore birds. They're usually small. They got thin little beaks, so they can peck at them. And the fact that they're small means they get preyed on by other birds. So what do they want? They want shelter. So we're gonna give them some shelter. Compact, dense, spiky bushes. You know what aligns right with that? I don't expect anyone to really know. Well, my boy Rubus Probus. Look at this guy. He produces very good raspberries apparently, but I never had them. But look. So you can see a little bit of spike to that, eh? If you let it grow out, first of all, it grows quickly. And the fact that it grows quickly is good because, like, if you neglect it, it'll take over your yard, perhaps. So that's actually not good. But you just prune it, and then you also just use it to mulch the ground, and that's even better. That's fucking beautiful, bro. But they also, like I said, provide habitat for the birds, and they provide fruit for us. That's not enough though. We want native flowers, which will attract bees, birds, bugs, all that shit, pollinators. But what's even better than that, something that flowers for a much longer period of time, is Plectranthus. Alright, let me show you this one thing, bro. So there you go. It looks pretty. We're gonna do that thing right there. So we'll add some little Plectranthus here, and you know, it starts off as one little sapling, but these things spread, okay? Alright, so we got that. That's our little system right there. That's what we're gonna do. And then we just wait it out a little bit. We need to strengthen the soil, we need to strengthen the ecological connections, and to be honest, that's really it. But we'll wait. Okay, so we'll give it like a, I don't know. I'm just pulling this number out of my ass. It's probably like a proper time frame to do it, but like I said, I'm just some fucking retard on YouTube, so don't take my word for much. We'll give it a year. Alright, sweet. So you can see that this is what we did after 1 year. Look how much it's grown, boys. That's really proud. It fully brings a tear to both of my eyes. But essentially, what we're gonna do now is we're gonna start taking out a little bit of these acacias, a little bit of this other shit, right? Because we don't really need it anymore. We'll just say like once again, boys, I'm not too sure if 1 year is enough for the soil to fix up. So we're just going off on a limb here and saying it's good now, bro. It's good. So what we're gonna do, we'll just snap away some of these acacias, bro. We don't really need all this shit, and we need to make space for the trees that we're gonna end up planting here. Okay, so we'll just grab them, boom, take them away, boys. Now that we've done that, we're gonna look at the plants we want to add. We're gonna put in feijoa, then we're also gonna put in avocado, right, and guava, bro. I mean, so what does everything look like here? Oh. Okay, change of plans. Boys, we are only putting in guavas. I think avocado and feijoa shoot up and grow way too big to fit in these lines while maintaining all the functionality, right? So we're just going to chuck in just only guavas. As we're putting in these guavas, we're going to put them in, like, make sure that the trees along these lines, the plants and shit, are reaching different heights. Why? It's for this thing called stratification, okay? Hold on. Let me just put the little things out first, and then I can chat to you boys about stratification, bro. Hold on. So you got your soil. You got your soil, right? Hold on, my mouse is fucked. We'll just do it. Okay, so there's your soil. And then you got your trees. And they're all the same height. That's not good because all the wind that is around here, alright, all the wind that enters your little system is gonna go boom, or let's get forced over there from the leaves, and the ground is already pushing us this way. All the way through here. What's that gonna do, bro? It's gonna make a temperature difference, significant temperature difference, which I'm not really gonna talk on too much because I can't really run my mind on why that matters. But it will also significantly dry out this region, right? So we gotta stop that from happening, and the way we stop that from happening is, well, let me just draw another diagram, right? Boom, we got this. Now we got this shrub here. Oh shit. Now we got this one here. That's pretty cool, boys. Now this one, oh, it's a little dainty one. A little less dainty one, right? What's gonna happen when the wind wants to come and fuck over this land? I mean, the wind doesn't want to do that, but you know, boom. Well, it's just gonna get bounced off. It's gonna intertwine in between these things, bro. It's not gonna have nearly the same effect. So that is why we're gonna be using all these different levels of plants, alright? So now we just gotta wait for this guava tree to become established so we can feed the community, alright? The birds are already coming to it and everything, but so let's just wait. How long does it take for guava to start? 2 to 4 years. Damn, I guess we gotta wait 2 to 4 years. Alright, so it's been 2 years and our system has grown. You can tell, look at that, it's so beautiful, eh? We are now getting guavas, we're now getting raspberries from this shit, we're now attracting all these birds, and we got some bananas. Alright, we'll just say like a couple of these houses will be benefiting from this, eh? I mean, all we did was write 3 lines and add one like essential service. So you'd come here and just pick up some fruit, you'd extend the system a little bit. There we go, that's Dandenong. Dandenong, you're welcome. In fact, matter of fact, don't thank me, bro. That's just what we do here on the Depot channel, alright? So, who else wants to get fixed? Who's next? Alright, now that there are officially no more problems in Dandenong, we can take that off the wheel. We're gonna go again. Holy shit. Alright, let's get the fuck out of Melbourne, that godforsaken hellhole. Alright, here we go. Let's fix Chatswood. Okay, where the fuck do we plant things? Oh, hold on. There we go. Alright, boys. What we want to do is turn this into a little system that can feed people. Oh, but to be honest though, this is fucking, look at this place, bro. You'd need like a million farmlands, bro. 5 billion farmlands to feed all of Chatswood. So what we're gonna do instead is make it more of like a Biodiverse habitat. Oh, sack that, bro. We'll just do the same shit we did in Dandenong. The soil would be shit. Let's just get one thing clear. You will grow fuck all in this soil. Lemandras are very hardy plants. What I would do, I'd mow off these lemandras, bro. I'd cross them out. Boom. Now we have a bunch of biomass to put on the soil. Because what's this lemandra actually going to do for our system? The reason why nothing's growing here is because the fucking soil is horrible, right? So we're going to throw in our acacias, what was it? Alfalfas and clovers and shit, right? So that's what we'll do. Now let's be real. This is not the smartest idea. I just wanted a very recognizable area for this suburb, so I chose to put it right in front of the fucking Westfield car park. We'll just chuck in a little Plecky, my boy Plecky the Plectranthus. Chuck a little bit there, a little bit there. What we're gonna do something similar. We're actually gonna put like a little red line here too. You can't really see too well, but it probably isn't gonna be the most spacious area to put a bunch of trees, right? This might do it if we're doing guavas, which we'll do guavas. So I'm gonna put instead the Rubus probus. Remember, boys? You boys remember my Ruby Proby? This guy's gonna serve as bird habitat, yeah, but it'll also serve as biomass. Biomass that we can use to mulch this shit, because we just got rid of our lemandras, right? So we're gonna need like a recurring source when we need to, right? We'll just fucking... Alright, bet. So what we're gonna do now, boom. What's this? You may be... Depot, what the fuck is this, bro? This is insane. What? A bunch of lines on the wall? I've never seen this shit before. This is more than just a bunch of lines on the wall. Alright, boys? This right here is what... It is a lattice. Didn't need to sensationalize it. It's a normal thing. Now, why are we putting a lattice here? Well, essentially, there's this vine, a native vine, called wombat berry. Or, I don't know. The common name changes from time to time, but it's... I think the scientific name is Eustrephis latifolius. Eustrephis latifolius. And essentially, it produces these edible berries. I don't know what they taste like. Apparently, they taste good to some people, and other people say they fucking taste like shit. Who knows? Essentially, that's what we're going to be putting in there, okay? So, we'll just put like a little sapling over here. Okay? It's going to need sunlight. Will it get sunlight? North is this way. Sun rises in the east. So sun rises here. It would hit this, not there. And it will set around there. It wouldn't really hit this wall, so we will actually change that. Fuck, my fault, boys. I'm sorry, guys. Please don't fucking click off the video now that I've shown that I'm a complete fraud. So we'll give it a year. We'll give it fucking 1 year, alright, boys? Alright, 1 year has officially passed. Let's give these plants a round of applause. They have grown amazingly, guys. That's insane. So essentially what we're gonna do as a reward, we're gonna rip some out. Fuck yes, bro. Fuck, no, it's so sad. But it has to be done. We've gotta thin them out. We've gotta plant some new, you know. This is also successional, right? We can't... Nothing stays the same forever, boys. Just think about that, yeah? We want some moisture in the soil, because look at it. Once more, boys, let's talk shit on this thing. Fuck, bro. That's foul. That's foul. We don't... Alright, sweet. So we got our bananas, right? Okay, so this is our setup. This is our setup. We're just gonna look 3 years into the future and see what it looks like when our plants have finally grown. Boys, come on, imagine it with me. Damn, what the hell? Look how beautiful this looks. Ignore the 3-year-old drawing skills, right? I'm using a shitty fucking mouse that I may or may not have stolen. And matter of fact, I haven't. So we got the vinyl all wrapped up around just like well, it won't get to this level. I think that's genuinely invasive. I don't know how that would not be. That's actually fucking insane. We got the vines, we got the Rubus probus, we got the Plectranthus, we got all them fucking birds and bananas, we got the acacias, and we got the guavas, right? So there we go, we fixed chats with the Esches can come here and eat guavas instead of racking from Maya. Boom. Ah, fuck. We'll drop ourselves off. That's clearly an over. This is a high school. This would be a high school, right? Why am I in a high? What the fuck? What is this? Why is this on Google? What the fuck was that? Look at that. Look at that. That might be perfect. There we go. Let's go. Perfect, boys. Perfect. This one's gonna be a fat one, eh? Let's identify this grass. Oh wait, you actually can. This is paspalum right here, boys. That is guinea grass or love grass. I can't fully tell from. That's yucca. That's really good. You can use that to make rope. Hint, hint. That's the next proper video I'm putting out next week. This is a lot of land. Am I really gonna do this? I don't know. If I fail, the Woiwoi Esches will cut my testicles off and feed them to the dogs. Oh yeah, this is good. This is a good photo actually. So let's take a peek at this soil, right? I don't think it's gonna be too good. All it is just grass, and every time it's sunny, it just gets pounded by the UV rays from the sun, right? So what we're gonna do, fix the soil. Obviously, add life back into it. So how do we do that? Well, we're gonna do this, alright? We're gonna put 3 little lines here. And matter of fact, actually, I have an idea. We'll make like a building for the community as well, because we're sick cunts, bro. We just care about people so much. So obviously, as usual, we're gonna fix the soil. Let's go get ourselves the alfalfa, the fucking clovers, and the acacias. Alright, so boom, 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 boom. We're also gonna use all this grass. We're gonna let it grow out, and then we're gonna mulch the lines with it. Alright, sweet. Now let's put our little Plectranthus and shit here, right? There we go. Alright, that's our saplings. Now, right off the bat, we also do wanna make our water as well. So we'll grab us some banana. Boom. This will stratify the fuck out of it, boys. That's exactly what we want to do. You know, put a little bit of Rubus probus here. And like I said, if there's any like actual qualified professionals watching me do this, fucking yell at me in the comments if I'm doing something wrong, bro. And now, as usual, we're gonna wait 1 whole year for like no specific reason. I just want to have a little time jump. So let's go. Alright, sweet, boys. So it's been a year. Clearly our plants have grown. Our nitrogen fixers have done their job. The bananas have grown as well. And our flowers have gone off the charts, bro. You can see it, bro. You can see all the bees and the butterflies and shit. And our bird habitat, which also serves as food and biomass accumulation, is doing pretty well as well. Now, as you can see, this building that I have commissioned is getting built. I think I'm gonna turn it into a little Woiwoi Station cafe, little place for people to chill out, I guess. And there's a calisthenics gym right there, outdoor calisthenics gym. And, you know, the only true way to work out. So this is gonna be a nice little spot for the community. But now obviously we're gonna thin them out. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a little bit of these bananas and these acacias, so we can put in our guavas, because otherwise we don't have enough space, right? So let's just take out that and that. And we won't take out the big bananas because they're successful. We want the successful ones, right? Alright, so now we have it all set up. It's beautiful. This is a recipe for a beautiful community project that will feed people, exercise people, give people a place to hang out. I can't wait to see what it looks like in 3 years when these guavas finally start producing fruit. The junkies heard that I was building a cafe here, and then they came and stripped the building for all the copper. But on the plus side, our system is doing well. I mean, I know it looks like a bunch of scribbles on the line, but you know, it's fruiting. Okay, let's be honest, the guava would have grown more than that, but I couldn't really put more without the entire drawing looking like shit. And we still got the calisthenics gym, which I have foreseen that the youth will be using all the time. Overall, not bad. Woiwoi, you're welcome. You know, just call me anytime you need, really. That's 3 bits of quote-unquote nature strips that have been upgraded into something that provides a lot for the community. So not just in fruit, because this wouldn't provide fuck all, really. I mean, people could walk by and grab fruit, eh? If you wanted to make money, you'd have to like plan this out a lot more with harvest and specific rights to harvesting. Anyway, point is, bro, like this helps out the ecosystem as well. and it educates people and brings communities together. That's the main strength of all of this. But that being said, boys, this is a replica of the stream I just did earlier this week. There's going to be one this Sunday, and I'm going to be posting a full actual video out bush, doing shit with all this editing and shit like my usual shit next week as well. So stay tuned. If you're new here, fucking sub, and I'll see you boys next time.